right, hockey fans, here we are in Clayton, New York, home of the Thousand Island Islanders. James Law getting the start for Ontario Bay. And Cameron Dallin on forward. On offense, number 11, Jacob Myros. Defense, number 10, Julian Watts. Defense, number 28, Carter Donnelly. And in goal, number 22, Aiden Terry for your Ontario Bay Storm. For TI, number 18, Austin Parker. On offense, number 11, Mason Savage. And on offense, number 19, Owen Bismarck. On defense, number 9, Peyton LeClaire. On defense, number 14, Carter Finney. And in goal, number 35, Sean Sherbino. And those are your starting lineups. Now for our national anthem. And there we have it. Our opening ceremonies have been completed. Boys going to their benches to get their last-minute words of wisdom, get fired up with the excitement. It's hockey time here in Clayton at the Clayton Town Park Soro Ice Rink, I believe we're called here. Remember, if you subscribe, you can chat. If you chat, I'll chat back. Because Lord knows, I love to talk. I am right next to the goal horn, so whenever Thousand Island scores, assuming they score, it is going to be loud. Fans are here. They are loud. Lining up for the faceoff, Owen Bismarck, James Law. There's the draw. Law pushes that puck forward. Goes back, T.I. grabs that puck, fires this all the way across their own end of the ice. Jacob Myros falls down. Puck tries to get sent up, held in at the point by Donnelly. Fires that on goal. Save made by Sean Sherbino. Puck coming out, sent down the length. Picked up by Cameron Dallin. Dallin coming out with this puck. Passes across, goes behind. Myros off the boards, picked up by T.I. T.I. dumps his puck in. Andre Watts goes to pick it up, but it's over the end line. That's an icing. That'll bring the faceoff all the way down to the T.I. end of the arena. I do not have my goalie cameras set up yet. Was not able to get here early enough, but they will be up, hopefully, for the second and third periods. Face-off to the left side of Sherbino. Face-off goes against the board. Snapped off the boards by Steven Saber. Centering pass, misses Pooler. Comes up, picked up by Cotter DeMott. And I lose that whole corner over there. Puck gets fired off the boards, coming into the zone. That's wide. That's an icing. And we'll bring that face-off back down to the TI end again. Amadon in for the draw. Pulls his puck over for Saber. Comes back into the middle. Picked up Owen Bismarck. Sends this down, and it's another icing. It's going to be a long night. 1 minute of playtime has expired. Face off again. This time, Steven Saber goes in for the draw. Puck comes back. Amadon shot fired. Misses wide right. Picked up by Pooler. Pooler sends this behind the goal for Jacob. Jacob back there has that puck taken away. Pooler takes it back. Sends this behind to the far side. Going over to pick that up, Evan Sanford. Sandman sends this puck down. Gets stopped by Andre Watts. Taken away by Bismarck. Owen Bismarck shot fired. Goes high off the glass. Sent back out to the point. Sandman shot. Save Aiden Terry. Evan Sanford ripping danglers from the blue line. Zipping zingers. T.I. shot. It's a goal. Goal scored by Big Rig Ray Peters. Thousand Islands goal scored by number 12, Ray Big Rig Peters. Assisted by number 17, Cole Steblin. Peters from Steblin, 12 from 17. Time of the Thousand Island Islanders goal, 1:30. And TI leads 1-0. Puck grabbed by Julian Watson. He tried to pass it to me. Almost made it to me. Face-off will be to the left side of Aiden Terry. Bismarck in for the face-off. Face-off won by James Law. Pulls that puck back to Dylan Van Brocklin. Van Brocklin goes to the far corner. Gets knocked off that puck. Puck picked up by Mason Savage. Shot fired. Save made. From the point, Carter Finney fires it. It's a loose puck. Oh, along the goal line. Goes wide. T.I. in the corner. Sends this back out for Bismarck. Bismarck sends this on net. Aiden Terry having a hard time grabbing it. Gets flicked out by Carter Donnelly. Fired back in by T.I. James Law is going to ice that puck because he's had enough of that. Let his goalie get a breath. Looked like Aiden was having a hard time finding that puck right in front of him. Danger zone. Another face-off to the right side of Aiden Terry. Jacob Amidon in for the face-off against Owen Bismarck. Bismarck wins the face-off, comes back to the point, shot, save made, Aiden Terry. Puck comes up, held in, now it is brought out. Andre Watts taking his puck up, crosses over the center line, dumps that puck in, goes into the corner, back behind the goal, sent around, Amidon grabs it. Amidon at the corner, getting piled up upon. Takes that puck away, tries centering it up, and that gets blocked by T.I. Now it gets blocked by the scorer's booth. Andre Watts not able to get that puck. Connor DeMott coming back to get it. Tries sending this forward, held in, and now turned back out by Andre Watts. Puck all the way down. Evan Sanford grabbing it. Sanford fires it off the glass, held in by Amidon. Puck picked up by Mason Savage. Savage back behind his net. Savage coming up on the near side, gets around Adam Pooler. Savage at the center line, loses that puck, and Jacob Amidon takes it away. Amidon over the center line, fires it forward, stopped by the skates of Sanford, and Evan puts that up into the netting, ill-advised, and Jacob Amidon throws it in the general direction of the face-off circle. 1-0 here in the first period, 13:31 to go before our first intermission. Here up in Clayton, home of the Thousand Island Islanders. T.I. sends his puck around. Near side, trying to come up with it in the neutral zone. Julian not able to get it. Ray Peters takes this puck away. Peters squeezed on, pinched on, but staying with that puck, comes around, shot fired, goes high off the glass, comes off the boards, picked up by Peyton LeClaire. LeClaire takes it back. Julian Watts takes it away. Watts moving up with this puck. Watts has got Stephen Wheeler in front of him. Fires this puck all the way across for Ethan Potter. Potter can't catch up to it. Carter Finney turns this back out into the neutral zone. Sam Newton got a piece of it. Charlie Gorman had it for a second. Coming in, Ray Peters, big rig, shot, save made, Aiden Terry. From the point, fired off the skate of Sam Newton. Carter Finney fires this around. Grabbed on the near side by Connor DeMott, turned back in. Sam Newton turned back in. Julian Watts on the far side, spears it up to Ethan Potter. Potter passes off to Dalin. Dalin tries moving it forward. Puck goes to Peyton LeClaire. LeClaire turns it out. This gets fired back in by Ontario Bay. On the far side, puck caught by Ray Peters. Peters has got James Law on him. Peters going across his own zone, going back behind his net for some safety. Jacob Myros reached in, not able to get that puck. Puck gets passed up to Mason Savage. Savage bringing that puck forward, loses it. Fired by number 14, Carter Finney. That puck misses, comes all the way around, out into the neutral zone. It's actually a really tough spot to work the camera from. Moving in, Mason Savage. Savage shot, save, pulled out by Jacob Myros. Another shot, another save, Aiden Terry. Puck comes out for Myros. Myros going wide right over the blue line. Sends this outside of the net. Bounces off, picked up by Cooper Swenson. He sends this behind the goal. It comes up on the near side. Soft touch into the middle for Mason Savage. Savage skating down with this puck, gets bodied by Van Brocklin. Centering pass, taken away by Jacob Amidon. Bismarck trying to settle it. Bismarck in the corner. Bismarck centering pass, gets stolen by Adam Pooler. Pooler fires this off the boards, and that's going to be an icing and that'll bring the face-off back down by Aiden Terry's end of the ice. Shout out to my sponsors, Two Broke Moms, located on Main Street in Pulaski, next to the Chinese food restaurant across the street from the bank. Power Play Sports, exit 47 off Interstate 81 in Watertown. Dupree's Cleaning Services, exteriorcleaning315.com, and Glory Construction and Development. If you're going to have it built in his glory. There's a shot and a goal! Mason Savage lighting the lamp. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was an 11. It was a 12. That was Big Rig again. Ray Peters with the goal. Thousand Islands goal scored by number 12, Ray Peters, assisted by number 17, Cole Steblin. 12 from 17. Time of the TI Islanders goal, 5:51, and they now lead 2-0. And the clock keeps on ticking, and that's probably okay with me. Bismarck in for the faceoff against Matteo Dalpi. Puck comes to the middle, knocked back behind the goal. Mason Warren's going back to play it. Warren's fires this around for Stephen Wheeler. Not able to get it out. This gets fired into the corner. Julian Watts picks this up, sends this off the boards for Ethan Potter in the neutral zone. Battle for that puck ensues. Potter pokes it away. It gets turned back by T.I. Moving forward, Mason Savage. Savage reaching. Can't get that shot off. Nice stick checking by the Ontario Bay defensive team. Warren's up to Dalpy. Warren's going up after that puck. Mason Warren centering pass. Shot. Save made. Nice save by Sean Charbonneau. This puck comes back. Julian Watts with it at the blue line. Watts taking his puck forward, trying to weave his way through. Tried to pull that between the legs of of Braden Schreier, not able to do so. Puck passed across. Dalin, quick stop to grab that puck. Fires it back through the neutral zone. Going after it. Puck gets turned away, though, by Ray Peters. Julian Watts takes it away from Ray, passes it up to Dalin. Dalin can't penetrate into the offensive end. Now that puck gets tapped forward, played on by T.I. Now turned back out. Van Brocklin going after it. So is Charlie Gorman. Gorman sends out a cross. Peters not able to catch up to it. Myros passes to Dalin. Behind him this time. Yesterday it was all in front of him, way out in front of him. Today it's behind him. Peters, soft touch to Evan Sanford. Sanford fires this in. Dylan Van Brocklin picks this up, tries sending it around. Sandman's not going to hold it. Sanford has that poked away by Dalin. Dalin going after it. A couple players go down. Myros hits the blue line, fires this on goal. Save made, Sean Charbonneau. Dishes that puck off for the Sandman. Sanford sends this behind the goal. T.I. sends this up high to Ray Peters. Peters sends it behind him for Charlie Gorman. Gorman loses that puck and it's picked up by Connor DeMott. DeMott sends this high off the glass, not able to get it out. Now it's out. Back at the T.I. zone. T.I. passes that puck across, fired into the corner by Evan Sanford. Picked up, though, by Connor DeMott. DeMott sends this out. Defense for T.I. grabs this puck, passes it up for Mason Savage. Savage into his own zone, sends this across for Sanford. Sanford can't hold it. Connor DeMott trying to knock it out. Picked up by Bismarck. Shot. Goal! Bismarck! Owen Bismarck with the goal. Thousand Islands goal scored by number 19, Owen Bismarck, assisted by number 7, Evan Sanford. 19 from 7. Time of the Thousand Island Islanders goal, 8:58. Austin Parker stepped on his own stick. Had a hard time releasing that puck. Sam Newton gets this up for Steven Saber. Saber over the center line, hits the blue line, dumps that puck in. Save made by Sean Charbonneau. Dishes it out for T.I. to send this around back behind the net. Julian Watts waiting for it to come out into the neutral zone. Gets passed all the way across for Mason Savage. Savage sends it on net. Save made. Puck is still loose. Popping at it. Puck comes out to the center point. Winding up. Soft shot forward by Carter Finney. Save made. Aiden Terry. Pooler had time, but he wants a break. Sends that off the glass, and that's going to be an icing. 7:14 to go in this first period. 3-0. TI leads over Ontario Bay. Face off to the left side of Aiden Terry. Cole Steblin in for the face-off against Mateo Dalpe. Steblin pulls this puck straight back. Ray Peters there. Peters sends this back to the point for Finney. Finney's shot gets blocked right away. T.I. curling this puck around. Off the boards for Finney. Finney sends this to the corner. Carter Donnelly there. Stephen Wheeler trying to pop that puck out, and Mateo Dalpe able to get that out through the zone. Mateo's coming off for a change. Puck sent across, picked up by Peters. Peters backhands it over for Charlie Gorman. Gorman dumps his puck in. He's going to go after to chase it. Van Brocklin goes around, stops short of Charlie. James Law puts the pressure on. Law comes out with the puck. Law skating up with it. He's got Stephen Wheeler next to him. Sends his puck into the neutral zone. Carter Finney there, fires it back. Picked up by Peters. Ray Peters in at the corner. Backhand shot, save made. Aiden Terry. Puck is loose, speared at, and that gets covered up just in time by Aiden Terry. Oh, the net's off its mooring, so they're going to take a look and repair that. It's a good idea. And now they're ready for the face-off to the right side of Aiden Terry. There's a draw. Puck goes over to Connor DeMott. Fired back in from the point by Evan Sanford. Puck goes back behind the goal. Centering pass knocked away by James Law. Another centering pass. Swing and a miss by Bismarck. Andre Watts takes this over to the boards. Myros passes out for Law. Law pushes this forward. And that gets stopped by Peters. I'm sorry, not by Peters, by Sanford. Now this gets turned back in. Evan Sanford's going to catch that puck up back behind his net. Sends it around for Mason Savage. Savage, soft touch out for Owen Bismarck. Bismarck comes out into the middle, loses that puck as Andre Watts pokes it away. Connor DeMott gets hit in the head by a stick. As the puck went out of play, I wasn't sure if we were going to get a head contact for all. But apparently nobody noticed that except for me. Cole Steblin taking a face-off against Steven Saber. Puck gets knocked in by Cooper Swenson. Played back out. Swenson can't get it. There goes Connor DeMott. Passes this puck over for Jacob Amidon. Amidon moving in, has his pocket picked by Evan Sanford. Puck goes over against the board. Saber is taken out. And Saber is down. And Saber is slowly getting back up. He's at his knees. And Steven Saber has returned to his feet. He's going to be okay. Bit of a hard hit against the boards. We're going to have a face-off out in the neutral zone because the puck had cleared the zone by the time the whistle had been blown. Pooler in for the draw. You got Pooler, Amidon, and Dallin in for the face-off. Puck gets drawn back for Andre Watts. Andre trying to move this puck forward. It gets stopped by Charlie Gorman. Gorman fires this puck in deep. Dallin goes into the corner with Ray Peters. Dalin and Peters. Peters wins, sends this back to Sanford. Sanford sends this at goal. Save, rebound shot, save, rebound sent to the corner. Ontario Bay able to get that out into the neutral zone. Ripped right back in by Cooper Swenson. Picked up by Connor DeMott. DeMott, look at that, loses his stick. It's like Willy Wonka out there in his cane. Stevlin drops this off for Gorman. Shot and a goal. I think that's Gorman. No, it's not. That was not a 4. Who shot that? I totally missed it. They spun around. We'll find out. That was Carter Finney. Thousand Islands goal scored by number 14, Carter Finney, assisted by number 4, Charlie Gorman, from 12, Ray Peters. 14 from 4 from 12. Finney from Gorman from Peters. Time of the Thousand Island Islanders goal, 12-19. There's another save by Aiden Terry. We'll have a face-off in the zone. Refs are ready. There's the face-off. Nobody controlling that puck yet. It goes back to the corner. Jackson Smith grabs it, rips this down. That got touched at the line by Finney. No icing. Puck gets played by Sean Charbonneau. Sends it around onto the near side. Ontario Bay first one in at it. No idea what's happening against the boards. Finney with that puck. Taking a seat, Simeon O'Neill. Simeon trying to stab at that puck to get it free. Puck comes out to the point. Julian Watts fires that shot, misses wide right. Goes off the boards, comes out for Mason Warrens. Warrens sends this in along. It gets returned right back out. And here comes T.I. Aiden McAloon missed way wide left, was upset about it as he slapped his stick on the ice. I would have thought he was sending it into the corner on purpose until he pointed out that he made an error. Ethan Potter fires that puck in, chases after it over the end line. Puck gets drawn back to the corner, ripped around. Near side, Julian Watts not going to be able to hold it in. Pass this over to Mason Warrens. Warrens fires this puck in. Picked up by T.I. at the hash mark. Juice holds this at the blue line, sends this in deep. Ethan Potter going back after it, as is Grady Swenson. That puck gets cleared by Thousand Islands. Coming out, Aiden Terry spears at that puck, and it goes in anyway. Well, Aiden tried to... Thousand Islands goal scored by number 19, Owen Bismarck, unassisted. Number 19, unassisted. Time of the Thousand Islanders goal, 13:54. New goalie in for Ontario Bay. Coming in, number 33, Nathan Gillette. looks like Nate Gillette is all warmed up and ready to go. There's the face-off, won by Thousand Island. Ray Peters with this puck, moving forward. Shot, save made, Nate Gillette. Shot fired by Carter Finney, goes way high. Settled down by T.I. on the far side. Ray Peters with it. Peters sends this into the corner for Charlie Gorman. Gorman back to Peters. Peters back out to the point for Peyton LeClaire. LeClaire sends this into the corner. Gorman with it. Now takes it back behind the net. Loses that puck as Carter Donnelly takes it away. Donnelly fires this up. Jackson Smith knocks this out into the neutral zone. Carter Finney chasing it down. Andre Watts takes this puck. Andre moving into the offensive end. He loses that puck, loses his edge because he got tripped. TI penalty, number 12, Ray Peters. 2-minute minor for tripping. Number 12, 2 minutes, trip. Time of the minor penalty, 14:45. And it's an Ontario Bay power play. Roll Storm. Julian Watts loses that puck. James Law trying to take it now. Cameron Dallin has it. Dallin passes over to Andre Watts. Andre gets challenged by Bismarck. Sends that puck in, and it gets ripped all the way back. It's just wide of the net. Nate Gillette plays it underneath his leg. That was fancy. Julian Watts opts to come up on the near side. Small, soft pass to get it to his brother, big brother, Andre. Andre weaving his way up. Loses that puck. Coming back with it. Here comes T.I. Bismarck shot and a goal. Thousand Islanders goal scored by number 19, Owen Bismarck. Unassisted, number 19, unassisted. Time of the Islanders' shorthanded goal, 15:43. Julian Watts with this puck. Looking for a spot to take a shot from. Passes this up. Comes back to Juice. Juice over to Andre. Andre sends this into the corner. Ethan Potter sends this back behind the goal. This comes up, and here comes T.I. Bank pass off the boards. Less than a minute to go in the first period. Puck is behind the net, played by Austin Parker. Coming up with it now is Juice. Julian passes this over to Jacob Amidon. Amidon coming around. Turn, shot, glove save, rebound goes down on the ice, and Sean Charbonneau covers it up. Just under 30 seconds to go here in the first period. Thousand Island leads by a score of 6-0. Face off to the right side of Charbonneau. Puck goes into the corner. Sent around. Carter Finney rips this around the length of the ice. Julian Watts is skating after it. He's going to pick it up with Mason Savage on his tail, so he backhands it over to Andre. Andre turns that puck over, And that is a Carter Finney goal. Oh, it was Owen Bismarck. I could have swore that was a 14. I'm sorry. So it's a Texas hat trick in the first period. Owen Bismarck, his fourth goal of the period, scored at 15:49, and that's where this period's going to end. At the end of one period of play, it is 7-0 in favor of Thousand Islands. Owen Bismarck has 4 goals already. Check out these awesome sponsors while I set up my goalie cameras.
Hot.
All right, hockey fans, we are back. Second period, it's a real nail-biter here. 7-0, Thousand Island leads. We all know that the second period is Ontario-based strongest period. So I've got goalie cameras here. So here's the regular camera. Here's the goalie camera, which TI will be defending. It's at the scoreboard end of the arena. And then the other camera I put on the side instead of behind the goal so we can see what's going on in that corner there. Because that's the corner that's blind to me as I am located up here next to the press box, the scorer's booth. Right, I can't see what's going on down there, but now you kind of can. I may have to get more cameras, and I'll just line them up around the rink. Put them at blue lines, facing opposite corners, behind the goal. 6 more cameras ought to do it. All I need is to raise more money. All right, let's get this show on the road here. The boys are ready for the face-off. Goalies are ready. Officials are ready. Scorekeeper is ready. And there we go. Face-off won by Cole Stevlin. Draws this puck back, returned back up by James Law. Dalin getting up, trying to battle against Peyton LeClaire to get that puck. Dalin moving forward, trying to peel that away from Peyton. Puck goes back behind the net. Dalin there to pick it up. Dalin curling around at the corner, trying to make some space. He's got Myros in the middle. Oh, sends it back behind Myros, though. This puck gets taken away by Ray Peters. Peters, long pass across for Cole Stevlin. Julian Watts takes that puck back in, goes into the corner, skates it up along the boards. Back into the corner, now out at the blue line, turned back in. No, it never went out. Now Juice has got it out. Ray Peters there and pick his pocket, takes that puck away. Peters turns around, sends this puck over for Peyton LeClaire. And TI coming out a little ugly here. Puck being brought into the corner. Swatter sent up along the boards. Brought out, shot fired, blocked or saved, can't really tell. Here comes Jacob Amadon the other way. Amadon cutting over the blue line. Amadon going wide into the corner, wrapping around behind the net. could not get a pass off to Adam Pooler, who was coming into the slot. Steve Saber comes in. Ray Peters grabs that puck. Peters with the puck. He's going to bring it up over the blue line. Peters taking it in, down along the side. Puck goes down. Stopped at the hash marks by Saber. Now pushed deeper into the corner. Ontario Bay trying to turn this puck back up. Popped out by Pooler. Now grabbed there by Evan Sanford. Sanford getting a hit on from Adam Pooler. This puck sent all the way down. Evan Sanford going after it, but that's going to be an icing, and that'll bring a face-off all the way back down to the Ontario Bay end of the arena. That's on the outside of the glass. There's the face-off won by T.I. They try sending that puck back behind the goal. Andre Watts grabs it, fires it all the way around. Popped out, going back behind the net, sent up, riding the rails. Adam Pooler picking it up, sending this out into the neutral zone. Gets grabbed by T.I. They turn this puck back up. Mason Savage with it. Savage, short pass to Bismarck. Bismarck, centering pass. Shot taken by Parker, and he gets hit and cleared. Puck gets dumped back into the corner. Battle for it as that puck comes up at the blue line. Sent back in deep, goes back behind the goal, collected by Connor DeMott. DeMott snaps it off the boards for Saber in the neutral zone. Bismarck pops it away. Bismarck chasing after it. Connor DeMott sends us back into the neutral zone for Pooler. Pooler to Amidon. Amidon loses that puck. Ray Peters coming in with it. Peters going back behind his goal. Peters at the corner getting attacked by Amidon. Evan Sanford able to get that puck out of the zone. Fired back in, stalled by Sean Sherbino. Played on by Daniel Cohen. Bismarck coming out with this puck. Passes it off to Aiden McAloon. McAloon with a shot and a save made by Nate Gillette. There's the face-off. Julian Watts passes this out to Ethan Potter. Potter loses it, though. T.I. taking control. Finney, hard pass. Across, not able to get caught by his forwards. Julian Watts takes that puck in front of his goal, sends this up. Ray Peters stops it at the blue line. Peters bringing that puck back in, goes high in the air, drops down, goes to the corner. After it is Stephen Wheeler. Wheeler sends this puck up. Gets turned back in. Peters in at the corner. Peters going back behind the goal. Peters coming up at the hash mark. Curls around. Attacked by Julian Watts. Ray Peters still with that puck, though. Sends it to the point for Carter Finney. Finney loses control, so passes it back to Peters. And Peters able to dump that puck in deep. Julian Watts going back to get it. Watts literally runs into Grady Swenson. Ethan Potter. Potter sends this back. He doesn't want that puck. That's how you get checked. Battle for that puck along the boards. That gets ripped all the way around to the far corner. Ethan Potter trying to grab it. Stepping up is Carter Finney. Finney not able to hold, and this puck comes out. Peters can't hold the blue line that time. Hustling after is Peyton LeClaire. Gets a little help by Sean Sherbino. LeClaire comes back behind his goal. Sends his puck up into the neutral zone. Dallin going after, trying to stick check Charlie Gorman. Picking that puck up, though, is Cole Steblin. Steblin over the blue line, making his way in. Stops at the top of the circle. Steblin centering pass. Charlie Gorman not able to get that shot off. And Jacob Myros with a severe hook. That was a big-time hook. Myros going to the box for that one. First penalty of the day for Ontario Bay. Ontario Bay penalty, number 11, Jacob Myros. 2-minute minor for hooking. Number 11, 2 minutes, hook. Time of the minor penalty, 4:47. Here's the faceoff, goes up against the board, sent out to the blue line, held in. Comes back to Bismarck. Bismarck at the blue line. Bismarck, pass that puck over, comes right back to him. Owen sends this to the corner, comes right back to him again. Owen over onto the side for Peters. Peters sends it in deep. Comes out in front. Shot. Save made by Nate Gillette. You know what? I was wrong. That went in. That's a goal. So that was a Thousand Islands power play goal scored by number 11, Mason Savage. From 17, Cole Steblin. From 12, Ray Peters. 11 from 17, from 12, Savage, Steblin, Peters. Time of the Islanders power play goal, 5:08. Ontario Bay trying to come back with this puck, picked up by Ty Peters. Try sending this out, not able to keep it out. Jacob Amidon with this puck. Centering pass gets blocked by Ty. Ty flicks this up high to get it past Adam Pooler. Now sent off the boards by Cole Steblin. Turned over, though. Amidon coming back with this puck. Amidon shot, save, rebound, comes out into the slot. Picked up by Ty Peters. Peters sends his puck over to the corner. Steve Saber trying to hold it long enough for Amidon to pop that back in deep. Steblin races around to get that puck, and that gets fired forward by T.I., and that's going to be an no icing. Connor DeMott passes up to Amidon. Amidon has Pooler. Sends it to a spot he can't quite catch it. Fired, a shot blocked by Evan Sanford. T.I. from behind the net sends this puck around. Matteo Dalpi to Pooler. Shot goes high, drops down next to the net, collected by Cole Steblin. Steblin rips this out into the neutral zone. Juice misses it. He's got to retreat back and pick that puck up. Julian passes this puck over. Now it gets passed up into the neutral zone. Adam Pooler swinging and missing on the pass. Owen Bismarck coming over to pick this puck up. Bismarck turning over the blue line. Stops short, passes puck over to his right side, wind up back over to the left side for Braden Trayer. Trayer couldn't pull the trigger. Gets passed back to Peyton LeClaire at the point. Shot fired, save made. Finney couldn't get that through. Matteo Dalpi lost this up for Pooler to chase after, and that's going to be an icing, and that'll bring the faceoff back down to the Ontario Bay end of the rink. 9:46 to go in this second period. 8-0. TI leads over Ontario Bay. There's the faceoff. Popped out into the neutral zone. Potter couldn't take it with him. Matteo Dalpi behind, though. Shot fired. Save made. Sean Sherbino. Puck goes to the corner. Played by Braden Trayer. Sends this around on the near side. Ethan Potter with it. Potter trying to bring this over into a shooting position. Can't do it. Bismarck takes that puck away. Bismarck back behind the net. Sends this up into the middle for Mason Savage. Savage couldn't play it off his back leg. Battle for this puck ensues. Goes in deep back behind the goal. Sent back out in front. Shot. Save made. Rebound shot. Save made. And Julian Watts takes this over to the corner. Sent out into the neutral zone. Carter Finney off the glass. Puck comes across. Stephen Wheeler over to play on it. Puck gets sent back out. Now returned back in. T.I.'s got to check up on sides. Julian Watts takes that puck up and sends it forward to Ethan Potter. Potter tried passing it across. Gets taken by Ray Peters. Peters going back into the offensive end. Juice pokes that puck away. Goes after it in the corner. Now back in deep behind the goal. James Law trying to come out with it. Sends that puck up along the boards. Gets stopped momentarily at the blue line. Back in it goes. Julian Watts has it back behind the net. Juice fires this down. That got touched at the blue line by a Thousand Islands players. Evan Sanford catches up to it. Sanford rips this all the way around. Out into the neutral zone. Turned back in. Sanford goes the other side. Dallin goes to attack. Puck goes back to Sanford. Sanford sends this out. James Law had a piece of it for a moment. Carter Donnelly battling in the neutral zone. Turned over. Myros coming back. Ray Peters takes it from Jacob. Dalin can't get it from Peters. Ray over the blue line into the offensive end. Puck gets sent in deep. Nobody knows where it is. Ray finds it. Puck goes loose towards the corner. Grady Swenson after it. Coming up along the side. Fired back in by T.I. Now ripped out by James Law. And that's an easy icing call. I don't know how fast Ontario Bay thinks that Cameron is, but he's not that fast. If he was that fast, he would melt the ice underneath him. See, that's funny because that's actually how ice skates work. They don't cut into the ice. It melts the ice from the pressure that you're applying on it with the blade, and you're actually skating on a bead of water. How's that for physics? This puck comes over to the side. Jackson Smith trying to center it. Gets blocked by Cole Steblin. Sanford pass that puck up for Charlie Gorman. Gorman with it at the corner. Gorman's got Grant Harris all over him. That puck comes out, sent across for Cole Steblin. Steblin sends this puck into the corner. Dylan Van Brocklin with it, guarding that puck. Van Brocklin into the corner, coming up along the boards. Puck gets sent out, and there's a big collision. Puck taken away by Charlie Gorman. Gorman passes to Sanford. Sanford with this puck sends this across off the boards for Steblin. Steblin fires this on net into the glove of Nate Gillette. Face off to the left side of Nate Gillette. Steve Saber takes that puck, pops that back in behind the goal. Played up along the boards out into the neutral zone. Andre Watts with it. Watts sends that around Peyton LeClaire. Watts centering pass gets blocked. LeClaire there sends this over to the corner. Jacob Amadon trying to guard that puck. Sent up at the point. Held by Connor DeMott. DeMott fires it back to Amadon. Amadon loses it. Saber there. Amadon. Nope. Peyton LeClaire now coming away with that puck. Owen Bismarck turned over, though. Andre Watts with it. Watts fires this, goes across the top of the paint in the corner up at the hash mark. Saber coming over to get it. Connor DeMott fires it. Blocked. This puck gets turned back out into the neutral zone. Popped in, and that went off the body of Steven Saber in the zone. That makes it an icing. I mean, offsides, not an icing. Excuse me. 5:50 to go in this second period. 8-0 is the score. Big Rig gets tossed from the faceoff dot. In comes Grady Swenson. There's a faceoff one. Myros pushing his puck forward, trying to pop it away. Connor Felder. Puck comes out into the neutral zone. Julian Watts, soft touch up to Dalin. Dalin over the blue line. Centering pass. Myros not able to settle that puck down to get that shot off. Myros goes to the corner, sends this around to the other side. Evan Sanford over there. Soft touch from behind by Cameron Dalin. Dalin trying to steal that puck away from Peters with a little help from James Law. They do. Law dumps his puck in, goes back behind the goal, over on the near side. Connor Felder. Puck comes across the paint. Dalin misses. Dalin with this puck turns. Can't get that shot off. Evan Sanford there pulls that puck back. It goes right to Aiden McAloon. From the point, shot misses. Goes back behind the goal. At the corner, ripped up along the boards, pops out awkwardly. McAloon trying to push that puck out. And taking that puck forward is Cole Steblin. Steblin forced into the corner. He goes down. Puck comes out at the point. Shot fired. Blocked by Julian Watts. Watts sends this the length of the ice. And that's going to be an icing. With 4:40 to go in the second period. 8-0. Thousand Islands over Ontario Bay. Battle for that puck in the corner. Along the boards at the hash mark. Back and forth. Goes back in deep to the corner. Now back behind the net. Dylan Van Brockland rips this around up along the boards. Held in by T.I. Now pushed out. Control taken back over by Stevlin. Stevlin waits for his team to check up on sides. Dancing with that puck, and he gets tripped by Stephen Wheeler. But what was the whistle for? I think he was offsides. It was a poor line change, offsides. Well, and they're catching him for the penalty. Ontario Bay penalty, number 4, Stephen Wheeler, 2-minute minor for tripping. Number 4, 2 minutes, trip. Time of the minor penalty, 12:49. Face-off goes over to the corner. T.I. in control, loses that puck. It goes up and out of play. We'll have a face-off again in the same spot. Oh, they call hooking? It was a trip. Puck comes out into the middle. Picked up by Carter Finney. Finney at the blue line. Passes puck over to the hash marks. Now out at the point. Peyton LeClaire sends out a hash mark. Shot fired by Sanford. Save made by Nate Gillette. Rebound goes to the corner. Now at the point. Sent back in deep to the corner. Puck is sent to the other corner. Jacob Amidon over there to try to play that puck out. Amidon throws that back, I believe. And that's going to be a hand pass. I'll have another face-off in the same spot. Amidon and Trayer facing off against each other. That's Braden Trayer in there. And that puck gets sent back down to the length of the ice. Amidon hustling after it. Puck gets played on by Sean Sherbino. Picked up by Carter Finney. Finney passes this puck out for Trayer. Trayer touches this in. Goes wide of the net. First one to it, Charlie Gorman sends this over to the corner. Now back behind the net again. Andre Watts, not with it. Puck gets snapped off the boards for Finney. Finney comes up, center point, shot. Deflected away, goes out of play, and that'll be a face-off in the zone. Shout out to my sponsors, Two Broke Moms, located on Main Street in Pulaski, next to the Chinese food place restaurant across the street from the bank. Power Play Sports, exit 47 off Interstate 81. Exterior Cleaning 315.com, Dupree's Cleaning Services, and Glory Construction and Development. If you're going to have it built in His glory. Waiting for the officials. They are having some kind of a conversation with Coach down here. James Law in for the draw. Shot taken. Save made by Nathan Gillette. Rebound fired in. And I couldn't tell who scored that. So that's So it was Thousand Islands goal scored by number 20, Grady Swenson, assisted by number 19, Owen Bismarck. 20 from 19, Swenson from Bismarck. Time of the thousand. Cameron Dallin with a goal! 5-hole! Cameron Dallin! And the whole Unity line gets credit for that one. So that Thousand Islands goal was timed at 14:04. Ontario Bay goal scored by number 15, Cameron Dalin, assisted by number 8, James Law, from number 11, Jacob Myros. 15 from 8 from 11, Dalin from Law from Myros. Time of the Ontario Bay Storm Unity Orange Line goal, 14:23. I will point out that they did not canoe. I'm very disappointed in them. And there goes Sean Sherbino's shutout. 2 minutes to go. Dalin with this puck again. Soft pass. Tipped forward by Amidon. Not able to go in. Amidon centering pass. Goes between Dalin's legs. Julian Watts with it. Shot. Misses. Rebound goes all the way around on the far side. Mason Warnes does not hold that in. Puck comes out. Amidon curling around in the neutral zone. Amidon has that puck poked away. He recovers, though. In deep. Shot. Misses. Warnes holds that at the blue line, fires it in deep. Amidon can't catch it. Evan Sanford going back behind the goal. Steven Saber going after him. Adam Pooler centering pass, misses. Amidon couldn't pull that around. And here goes the Sandman. Evan Sanford at the center line, dumps that puck in, and he's going to coast his way over back to his defensive position. Julian Watts from behind his goal. Pass that puck up to his right side. Saber loses it. Bismarck dumps his puck back in. Puck gets fired back out. Amidon not able to catch that pass. Saber using the body to block the clearing attempt by Ty Peters. Saber going after it. Puck comes free. Amidon trying to curl around. Hits the puck off of Adam Pooler's skate. Picking that puck up is Cole Steblin. Steblin in deep at the side. Passes puck across. Shot. Save made by Nate Gillette. Puck settled down by Steblin, centering pass, nothing doing, turning and shooting Bismarck. Save by Saved by Nate Gillette. Steve Saber picks that up off the board, sends this down the length of the ice. Pooler's not going to catch up to it. No icing. Peyton LeClaire in after it, swipes at that puck, gets it out. Puck gets picked up by Cole Steblin. Steblin over the blue line, comes way to his left side. Up along those boards, curls back, sends that puck back up to the point. From the point, that gets blocked, and that's the end of the second period. But Ontario Bay picks up a goal. I told you the second period was their period, and they now trail 9-1 in this nail-biter of a game. After this ice cut, we'll be back with period number 3.
You wouldn't have to bring that one. That's all.
I'll play the
All right, 17 minutes for the third and final period. Unless Ontario Bay ties it up, we could have an overtime period. There's the faceoff, won by Jacob Amadon. Battle for it in the neutral zone. Puck gets sent back. Off the boards, Carter Donnelly picks this puck up. Donnelly curls around in front of his net, passes to the backside of Steven Saber. Saber touches his puck forward, and it gets collected by T.I. Sent across, and now pulled out into the neutral zone by by Owen Bismarck. Bismarck, soft shot, save, Nate Gillette. Amadon's going to face off against Bismarck. Puck comes over against the boards. Back out to the point, ripped across by T.I. Carter Donnelly plays it along the boards for Pooler. Pooler can't catch it. Fired in by Sanford. Blocked in front by Donnelly. Kicked out to Adam Pooler. Pooler and Saber moving forward with this puck. Pooler over the blue line. Pooler pressed up against the boards by Sanford. Saber with the shot, misses, goes over into the corner. Back into the corner, and now taken back behind the goal by Cooper Swenson. Stopped by Pooler. Pooler sends it back into the corner. Along the boards, puck is squeezed in that corner. Now it gets popped out in through the neutral zone. Donnelly snaps at it. Braden Trayer takes that puck away. Trayer cross-ice pass, misses, collected by Ray Peters. Peters coming up through the neutral zone. Peters over the blue line. Here goes Ray on the far side, curls around at the hash mark, drops it back to Sanford. Sanford shot, save, rebound, swept away to the corner. Held in by T.I. back behind the goal, and Amadon fires this up, and Sanford holds it, dumps it back in, goes all the way to the corner. Julian Watts picks it up. Dumps it back behind for Donnelly. T.I. still has not checked up on sides. Ontario Bay not taking advantage of the opportunity. Here's a long pass to Myros. Myros over the blue line, sends this on goal. Save made. Sean Sherbino. Puck goes over against side. Now it comes out. Connor DeMott can't catch it. Connor DeMott get his piece of it. Charlie Gorman trying to drive that puck forward. Myros takes it away, sends this into the offensive end. Puck grabbed over the end line by Cooper Swenson. Along the boards. And he's saying, hi, Jacob. Puck's at the corner. Passed up along the boards for Sanford. Evan Sanford coming out, trying to get around Jacob. Jacob grabs that puck, dumps it in, goes off for his change, puts it on net. Save made. Sean Sherbino. That puck gets deflected, and it's lost in the roofing. Gobbled up. That's there for good. I wonder how many pucks are up there. Punch through the insulation, and it is up there to stay. Face-off down into TIN. Mateo Dalpe taking the face-off for Ontario Bay. Dalpe wins the draw. Puck goes to Potter. Potter back to Andre Watts. Watts sends this up, goes into the corner. Stephen Wheeler after it. Puck sent up at the point, and now it squeaks out over the blue line. Brady Hyde takes it for T.I. Potter sends this up. Now Dalpe pops this forward. Grabbed by T.I. Passed over to Bismarck. Bismarck tried sneaking it through. Comes back to him. He sends it over to the boards. Mateo Dalpe going after. Pulls up. Sends that puck into the offensive end. Connor Felder takes that puck. Sends it out into the neutral zone. Turned back by Connor DeMott. Now with that puck along the blue line. Savage loses that puck. Andre Watts coming out with it. Puck sent into the corner. Around it, Connor DeMott sends this up along the boards. Potter loses it, pops out in the middle. Sent over by by Stephen Wheeler. Now Andre Watts sends this out, gets it to the neutral zone, and Connor Felder takes it for T.I. Felder passes up to Aiden McAloon. McAloon dumps this into the corner. Andre Watts sends this around, grabbed by Bismarck, shot fired, save, picked up by Potter. Potter sends this into the neutral zone. Peyton LeClaire takes it for T.I. LeClaire going in, gets around Potter, pushed up into the corner by DeMott. Potter sends this around. Bismarck in with that puck. DeMott picks his pocket. Bismarck takes it back. Bismarck going around behind the net at the corner. Julian Watts all over him. Julian pressing Bismarck off that puck. Now Bismarck makes his way back onto it. Sends this off the boards back out to the point for Sanford. Fires it. Gets deflected. Goes high. Drops down behind the goal for Grady Swenson. Swenson out to the point. Point back into the corner for Swenson. Swenson misses. And Julian Watts takes that puck. Passes it back to Connor DeMott. DeMott up for Wheeler. Wheeler touches it down. And Daniel Cohen's going to chase after that puck. Cohen passes it over to the other side. This comes out into the neutral zone for Grant Harris. Harris sends this in, goes on net at the corner. Played on by T.I. behind the goal, goes around up on the side. Grady Swenson brings this out into the neutral zone, passes it over to Ray Peters. Peters, shot, goal. That's a goal. That made it in. Ray Peters with the goal for T.I. Face-off taken by Simeon O'Neill. Puck goes forward for Ontario Bay. Now it gets turned back. Julian Watts curls it, takes it, passes it over to Mason Warrens. Warrens off the boards, hits the official. Taken over by Cole Steblin. Steblin over the blue line. Centering pass, and that misses. Goes over to the corner. Collected by River Costello. Costello sends that up. Gets intercepted by Jackson Smith. So that was a TI goal by number 12, Ray Peters, assisted by number 20, Grady Swenson. 12 from 20. Time of the Thousand Islands Islanders goal, 4:48. Ontario Bay dumps that puck back in. Sean Sherberto sends this around. This gets ricocheted up, held in. No, it is not. Comes out. Picked up by Cole Steblin. Steblin moving that puck forward. Goes back behind the goal. Picked up by Carter Donnelly. Donnelly with it. Donnelly sends his puck up for Amidon. Amidon able to get it around Steblin. Loses it at the center line. Steve Saber picks that puck up. Saber dumps that in. At the base of the boards, going back to pick it up, Cooper Swenson. Swenson fires it around. Held by Donnelly. Centering pass attempted by Pooler. Gets blocked. Pooler goes in flying at Carter Finney. Not really wise. You don't want Carter Finney checking you back. He's a lot of boy. Pooler sending that off the board, trying to send it in. Donnelly holding the line. And we've got a whistle. I think we're going to go with offsides. Amidon taking the face-off for Ontario Bay. Sends that puck forward. Goes into the zone. And that goes out of play. Puck sent in by TI's Austin Parker. Goes wide of the net. Donnelly collects it. Donnelly coming up on the near side. Into the neutral zone. Passes puck over to the middle. James Law not able to reach it. Donnelly recovers. Donnelly moves his puck forward. Carter going in. Shot. Oh, just wide on the outside of the net. Carter Finney collects it for TI. Puck is over in the corner that I can't see. Let's see if we can see it together. Puck comes out through the neutral zone. Carter Donnelly back to play it. Donnelly keeping that away from Austin Parker. Sends this down. Gets stopped by Carter Finney at his own blue line. Finney sends this off the boards. Played back out across. Dallin's going after it, as is Austin Parker. Parker sends this into the corner. Dylan Van Brocklin back to get it. Van Brocklin tries passing it over to Watts. Gets taken away by Bismarck. Bismarck sends it up to the point for Finney. Shot. Blocked. Bismarck swats at that puck. It drops down. Finney kicks it forward. And it gets driven out, though, by Stephen Wheeler. Thrown back in up by Peyton LeClaire. Goes right to Andre Watts. Watts skating this puck up on the far side. Watts over the blue line. Shot. Glove save by Sean Charbonneau. Matteo Dalpi in for the faceoff against Bismarck. Bismarck draws that puck back. Connor Felder tries to get it out. Held in by Connor DeMott. Felder stepping up. Backhands that puck out into the neutral zone. Caught by Andre Watts. Watts can't keep it, though. T.I. taking his puck back the other way. There's Bismarck. And we are offsides, I think. Offsides. The puck's going to go all the way down to the other end. I didn't see who was off. Faceoff gets driven in deep, taken behind the net by Peyton LeClaire. LeClaire sends it up for Charlie Gorman. Gorman puck is held by Andre Watts. Back to LeClaire. LeClaire flicks this forward. Connor DeMott is going to go and pick that puck off. DeMott takes it back behind the goal, chased by Charlie Gorman. Rips this around, makes its way into the neutral zone. Picked up by Cole Steblin. Steblin gives it over to Felder. Felder passes it across, comes right back to Connor. Connor sends this in at the center ice, gets passed up to River Costello. Costello tried passing across to Charlie Gorman. Gorman couldn't catch that pass. Ethan Potter has it. Potter sends it forward for Stephen Wheeler. Wheeler missed that pass. Connor DeMott moves his puck forward, gets poked out into the middle. Wheeler with it, shot on net, goes wide. Ty Peters in, as is Ethan Potter. Fresh line coming on. Kinda. Simeon O'Neill back there battling. Puck comes up, picked up by Charlie Gorman. Gorman touches it out for Steblin. Cole Steblin brings this over. I'm sorry, it's not Cole. That's River Costello. Puck cuts turn back. Jackson Smith sends that into the corner. Picked up by Ty Peters. Peters can't keep it out. Steblin sends this behind the goal for Evan Sanford. Sanford passes this up along the boards. Held in by Ontario Bay. Now out it comes. Passed over to Julian Watts. Watts trying to make some space. Gives it to Sam Newton. Newton passes this forward. Goes underneath Grant Harris's stick. Picked up by Evan Sanford. Sends this into the neutral zone. Stopped by Jackson Smith. Turned over to Cole Steblin. Steblin curdles around into his own end of the ice. Steblin passes back. Smith gets a piece of it, but it gets settled down by T.I., and they send this through the zone. Turned back by Sam Newton. Caught, though, by Austin Parker. Parker and Simeon. Simeon O'Neill dumps that puck down, and that's going to be an icing, and I'll bring the faceoff back down by Nate Gillette. I believe we've got a new goalie coming in for T.I. And that's another icing. Face off to the right side of Nate Gillette. There it is. Face-off's won by Amadon, held in at the point by Charlie Gorman, I think. No, that was Carter Finney. That gets sent down the length of the ice, played on by the goalie, who I think it's Brayton Bradley in there now. Well, let's take a peek. Nope, Kyle Natali is in goal now. Puck gets sent around into the corner. Battle for it in the corner there. Was partially up, pushed back into the corner. Can't really tell who's doing better. Puck's going back and forth now, comes up along the boards. Ontario Bay with it at the hash mark, comes out into the circle. Players are all wrapped up. Steven Saber pulls that free. Grabbed by T.I., sent up Van Brocklin not able to catch it. This puck goes all the way down, and that's going to be an icing. We'll bring the faceoff back down to the Thousand Islands end of the rink. 5:41 to go in this close game of 10-1. By close, I mean I'm right here. I'm next to it. It's close to me physically. Battle for that puck in the corner. I lost my camera. I don't know what they did to it. Face off to the left side of Kyle Natali. Driven forward by James Law. Reaching back, though, Evan Sanford sends this back into the corner. Stopped by Dalin, centering pass. It's a goal! James Law with a goal! Canoe! The Canoe! We'll see where the assists go to. Puck come back for Andre Watts. Yep. Ontario Bay goal scored by number 8, James Law, assisted by number 15, Cameron Dalin. 8 from 15, Law from Dalin. Time of the Ontario Bay Storm goal, 11:47, and it's now 10-2. Andre Watts skating this puck up. Watts, not able to pull that around Cooper Swenson. Puck is loose. Dalin laying underneath a few players. He gets back up. Coming out with this puck. Looks like Charlie Gorman. Gorman fires this puck in. Save made by Nate Gillette. Connor DeMott snaps this off the boards. Gorman turns it back. DeMott trying to drive it out. Held in by Cole Steblin. Puck's in the corner. Andre Watts sends this up high. Ripped in by Steblin. He misses. That goes off the glass around far side for Connor Felder. Felder rips it. And that gets deflected. Misses. Comes out at the point. Steblin dumps this puck back in. Ripped around by Gorman. Connor Felder with it. Felder in deep. Popped out by Connor DeMott. DeMott with it again. DeMott sends this out. Steblin's going to chase it down. Cole Steblin takes this puck. Goes back behind his net. Still being chased by Connor DeMott. Puck comes around on the near side. In the middle there. It's picked off by DeMott again. DeMott curling around with the shot. Low save. Kyle Natali. DeMott takes that rebound back behind the goal. Picked up by T.I. Braden Schreier with it. Sends this down the length of the ice, and that's going to be an icing. The official wants to play. He's got a twig of his own. Can return that to its rightful owner. Face off to the left side of Kyle Natali. Matteo Dalpi in for that. Pushing that puck forward. Comes up high. Julian Watts trying to settle it down. Juice with it. Juice dingling and dangling that puck. Loses it, though, to Braden Schreier. Puck taken in deep by Ontario Bay. Sent across the top of the crease. Picked up by Schreier. Schreier driving his puck out. Schreier over the center line. Schreier over the blue line. Swept away by Mason Warrens. Picking his puck up is Stephen Wheeler. Wheeler moving in. Tries to send that through the legs. Trying to get a shot off. Nothing. Matteo Delpy shot. Oh, save made. Kyle Natali. Warrens holds that puck in. Schreier hits the ceiling. But the puck came out. hit the ceiling again, and 2 pucks might come out. We might get a whole jackpot. Finney sends that puck around behind the net. It's coming up. T.I. draws this puck out into the neutral zone. Mason Savage moving forward. Passes that puck over. Out in the middle. Swept away. Puck is still loose. Now it comes out. Finney's going to chase it down. Finney's got Grant Harris in front of him. Sends his puck to the side. Simeon O'Neill holds it momentarily. Swatted out by Mason Savage. Picked up in the neutral zone by Julian Watts. Watts to Harris. Harris tries dumping that in. Goes off of Carter Finney. Finney plays it in the corner. Jackson Smith challenged him. Finney sends this back behind the net. Held in by Mason Warnes. Warnes dumps this puck in. Goes back behind the goal. Carter Finney picks it up for T.I. Finney sends it along the side. Warnes again holds it. Sends his puck across. It leaks its way out. Aiden McAloon trying to bring that puck up. Taken away by Julian Watts. Watts draws that puck around. Watts trying to get into a shooting position. It's going to curl around up to the point. Sneak behind the goal. A referee sends that in deep. Goes back behind the net into the near corner. And Julian's going to come off for a change. Carter Donnelly now on defense. This puck gets sent across. Donnelly going over to play it off the boards. Pulls this puck over. Tries passing it up. And Stebling gets a piece of it, but Amidon comes back to pick this puck up. Amidon passes to Van Brocklin. Van Brocklin sends this into the neutral zone. Amidon there to collect it. Amidon trying to keep that puck away from Gorman, and does. Jacob skating laterally along the center line. Now dumps this puck in. Goes after the chase. Carter Finney back behind the goal. Finney trying to keep it away from Amidon. Amidon trying to take that puck away. Steven Saber in there. Puck leaks out, gets sent back in deep. Picked up by Adam Pooler. Pooler with this puck sends it behind the goal. Finney in there. Saber presses Finney up against the boards. Finney pops that puck up to the hash mark. Centering pass. Goes off the side of the net from Carter. Carter Donnelly. Saber with this puck. Loses it. Throws a stick. That's unsportsmanlike. You can't do that, but these officials don't care. Carter Donnelly with this puck. Snaps this puck in. Ty Peters had that puck. Swing and a miss by Adam Pooler. Jacob Amidon with it along the boards. Pooler sends this to the corner, and that's the game. I didn't even realize it was almost over. Well, Ontario Bay just barely loses this one by a score of 10-2 against Thousand Island Islanders up here in Clayton, New York, home of the Thousand Island Islanders. The boys will line up and shake hands. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your generous support. It's because of people like you and my sponsors that I'm able to continue to provide this level of coverage to you. I am trying to save up money or raise money to go get my master's degree in new media broadcasting so that I can learn or be taught how to do this properly by professionals. This might take a while. A lot of these players know each other. Half of each team has played with the other half of the other team. So, if we were to hang out here for a while, we could have a good time. But from Soroe Park in Clayton, New York, I think that's where I am, home of the Thousand Island Islanders, I am the Dan-Dalin, a positive influence, reminding you, don't wait for it to be a good day, make it a great day, everyone.
we're on.
Well, he's like, oh, good. Glad you got to see it. Thank you. Yeah, nice job as always. Thank you. I'm sure.